Hi, everybody. How you doing? So I just want to say thanks to Mr. Reed, and I was going to kind of give my background with him, but he already did it. I think I've known him longer than anyone in the room. I'm not sure about Master Clark, how long you've known him for, but I've known Mr. Reed for 37 years. So I started my martial arts training with him in 1988. I was 19 years old. Within a couple years, I was living, I think you said basement, Mr. Reed? I think it was more of a room off the garage. Yeah, and but it did. It did, but we had some good times, and I lived with him over the years, and he always gave me a place to stay and did a lot for me, so I do appreciate that. My school, a little background on my school, it's in Appleton, Wisconsin. Our school is called the Academy, or the Academy of Martial Arts Leadership. Our school last year for retention had a 1.9 quit rate, and our student body ended last year at 542 students. So 1.9, 542 students. We are currently at 560 students after 2 months, and our goal was to hit 600 this year, and I think we'll definitely be able to do that. And we are 20% ahead on revenue. Last year we did 1.5 million. This year I'm predicting between 1.6 and 1.7 million for our academy. And I think a big part of that has to do with retention, right? I've had some great conversations with Mr. Reed about retention over the last year and a half. It's been the forefront on our mind, and in those conversations, what we've talked about was how much easier it is to build a big program if you're not losing them out the back door. If I have a higher quit rate, I'm just spinning my wheels. I'm not going anywhere. You might be able to maintain, but you're putting 20, 30 new students in just to maintain a school that size. It's a lot of work, and you're not growing as fast. So we last year averaged about a dozen students a month. It wasn't many. But we didn't need to average any more than that. We were still growing at a dozen students a month. We were losing about 9 or 10 students a month and putting a dozen in. We weren't growing super fast. This year we've made some turnaround. We've made some changes, hired a coach, and we are starting to put some people in. So what are some of the things that we're doing? I know when we talked, he asked me, what are 5 things that are your big 5 things that help you have great retention, have a 1.9 rate? And it took me a while to think about them because there's a lot of things, right? You can come up with probably 20, 30, 40, 50 things, some bigger, some smaller. But I came up with 5 things that were, for me, non-negotiables. These are things that we have to do if we want to keep our students retained and coming in. And some of them have some special event ideas that you can take out of it, whatever you can take, or maybe you're doing it already, right? But these are things that we're doing, and if you can take from it, great. So the first thing I'm gonna call culture, but also community. Culture's been a buzzword in our industry for years, and our culture for our school is a family atmosphere. We're a kids-dominated martial arts school. We do have adults, but mainly kids. We do have an after-school and summer camp program. But our program, being the family environment, is they come in, we treat them as our family, right? This is what they're used to. They come in, we know everyone by name. We greet them as they come. We say goodbye as they go. We greet them on the mat. We're doing a lot for them, but we're going above and beyond that. We're trying to create a community. And I think a community is a little bit higher up than the culture that we create. And in our community, I know people will quit karate. It's a lot harder to quit a community, right? Especially if you have the whole families involved. So some of the things that we do are special events throughout the year to increase that feeling of community. I could name off so many of them. We'd be here all day. But I picked 3 that I thought were unique and great events that really build up that community, that keep people involved in our school. The first one is something that we're going to be doing here at the first week of June. It's our summer movie night. So our school system, they end in the first week of June. That first Friday in June is the last school day in the Appleton area. And they have a half day. They come out and they're jazzed up. It's summer. So we do an outdoor movie night behind our school. Little background on our school, we have a freestanding building that we own, and we have a huge parking lot in back. So what we'll do is we'll rope off the back parking lot, and then we'll have a company does this for us. We don't provide the screen, but they come in, they put a giant outdoor movie theater screen up in the back of our school. We'll supply the popcorn, we bring maybe a food vendor, an ice cream truck in, but the parents will start showing up, getting close to dusk, putting their chairs out back. And I'm telling you, that back parking lot's big, and it's packed with people in their lawn chairs. And the kids are there, the parents are there, and our whole team of instructors are there. And what are we doing? We're mingling. We're connecting with them. We're walking around, we're serving them. We're handing them bags of popcorn. It's just a great feel. It's above and beyond kicking and punching and doing martial arts. We're bringing them into our life, and they're letting us come in. So that's one event, and it works so great. Second one we do, and Mr. Reed kind of brought it up where he was talking about fundraisers. We do a fundraiser throughout the year, and all of our fundraisers get our students involved, and I think they're a great way to create a sense of community. We're helping others out as a team. Our biggest one is for St. Jude's. We do it every August, and we do a kick-a-thon for that day. I know the kick-a-thons are nothing new. We've all done them before, or a lot of us have. But with our kick-a-thon, we do a picnic in our parking lot and in our building, and we make a whole big deal out of it. So the kids will come in early, we'll do our kick-a-thon, and we don't do a 2-hour kick-a-thon, we do a 2-minute kick-a-thon. So we don't have them kick for an hour, it's too long. But they do 2 minutes of kicks, we present the check, good photo op, and we get as much publicity out of that as we can. But after that, our parking lot is set up with a food train under a nice big tent. We provide all the grilling food, the burgers, the brats, the buns, the grills. We bring it all in, and everyone brings a dish to pass. So it's potluck style. And it's a great way. We're having a picnic as a family, as a community. We bring in a dunk tank for the instructors. Every child that raises $50 or more, which is everybody, gets to dunk their favorite instructor. And if they can't hit them with the ball, they get to go up and slap the thing and drop them in the tank. We also bring in a bouncy house for the younger kids. We bring in a bouncy obstacle course for a little bit of the older kids. We do a dodgeball tournament with instructors versus students, parents versus students, parents versus instructors, parents and instructors versus students. We mix it up. We have that inside. We bring in a face painter. And these are all, we pay for all of this, right? They don't have to pay to come. This is a free event. It's a community event. We have a face painter where the kids get painted up. We have a balloon tire. We have a character artist coming in and drawing for the kids. And all that's expensive, but it's so worth it. So we do a lot with that. And in the end, we usually raise about $20,000 to $30,000. So it's a really good event for St. Jude's too, and it gets our name out there. The third one I have is our Christmas banquet. We don't do it every year. We tend to do it every other year. This last year we didn't do it, but we did it the year before. There is a banquet hall in our town that we specifically use. We'll build it ahead of time. This is one that we do charge for, but we charge them the cost of the plate of food. And we will all get dressed up. Everyone's wearing their Sunday best, right? We're in suits and ties and dresses, and it's a fancy event, it's a formal event. We will go into the banquet hall. We'll sit down at our round tables. Everyone gets their name at the table where they're sitting. We bring in Santa Claus. We have our fundraiser at that time, which is for the Salvation Army. We do a Salvation Army raffle that day where people buy off the table there. We have games with the parents, so parents and kids will come up. We'll have some contests. They only if they volunteer, but they'll come up to the front of the banquet and have some fun events. Everyone's laughing and enjoying it. We're mingling just like we do at the picnic, just like we do at the movie night. We're just getting involved with everyone. One other thing we do there, I don't know what it's called. It's a game like a trivia game where we have the board up and we ask a question, and the table that answers the question right gets a point, and the winning table gets a prize. But all the trivia is on the history of the academy, our school. Instructors, when did it start, where was it at? It's great. Everyone loves it. We laugh, and it's just a good feel event. So that's what I have for our culture, but also community. I think it's so important that we develop that community. And again, it's hard to quit a community.